Street Media TV on the Golden Line Sports Network on the Countryside BP studio. We are here for the second edition of our fall sports preview show. Last Sunday, we were able to talk with football, band, and boys and girls soccer. And today, we're going to finish up our fall sports preview show with volleyball, boys and girls golf. And we're going to start with volleyball. So, Spencer, appreciate you joining us here today.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, so head coach Spencer Moore. So Spencer's not new to the program, but is new to the role of being a head coach, leading the Garrett volleyball program. So, Coach, walk us through a little bit about kind of who you are, kind of your background in volleyball, and kind of how the transition has been from assistant to head coach.
Absolutely. So I got here 2 years ago as assistant. I was very new to the high school level of the sport. I'd been around it my whole life, though. Since a little kid, I've had a lot of family that's either coached in college. I had an uncle that coached at Center College for several years. I've always been around it. I mean, even through high school, I started getting involved in youth volleyball, started a high school kind of recreational sand league. Like, I always was involved with it. Never got to play it. Boys' side of the sport really hadn't grown enough to play it yet in high school.
It's starting to.
Yeah,
now,
starting to. We're
state.
getting there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no. So I never got to play it outside of just recreational. I played a little bit of co-ed, but in terms of coaching, I've been around it forever. And then when I finally got the chance, as you know, I kind of got introduced to the club side, travel side of the sport, became an assistant coach, and then immediately I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to do this. This is a passion of mine. I don't want to officiate anymore. So I took an assistant spot here, and I mean, I just absolutely have not looked back. It has been a blast. One big thing that I love about especially this area is that there's so much room to grow. So like my mind, my focus, but being around the college side of the sport, as I was like, man, like this area is, we're getting there. We're getting to the college side of what this sport should look like, as opposed to, 5-6 years ago, it being a little bit slower paced, kind of the area still learning what the high level of this looks like. So that's what I'm bringing. Really, the change between assistant to head coach has been like, I can now implement what I want to see. Like, I can instill what the foundation of this sport can look like 3, 4, 5 years from now, but also amplify it right now.
Oh yeah, exciting times.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, talk to us about volleyball. You mentioned the travel teams, and you mentioned kind of the club teams. It's kind of a year-long activity.
Oh, yeah.
So kind of walk us through what a typical off season looks like for the volleyball for our girls playing volleyball.
So I mean, it's pretty quick. The turnaround between district, region, and then into club is I think 2 weeks.
Wow.
I think you get a 2-week break. A lot of those girls really don't even use that 2 weeks. They want private lessons. I've been in those gyms with those private lessons, so it's not uncommon for it to be year-round for coaches and for athletes. Really for athletes. I think last year, November 10th was tryout dates for most clubs. I mean, at least for the one that I'm the director of. So it's like an instant turnaround. You go into those club teams, you get placed based off, your age level, talent, whatever. Go in, start playing tournaments within a month. I mean, you were playing year-round all the way up until about May through June. I had a nationals group that played 1st of July, so we ended up going out to Reno, Nevada, played in nationals.
Wow.
It was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, one of the seniors that we're speaking to, she was on that group, and I mean, it was super talented group. And I mean, it's a good experience heading into high school. You see girls offenses, defenses, and stuff that you won't see in your high school level. So it just better prepares you. And then once you get into high school, those open gyms, that version of this off season is completely different. You're kind of structuring what you're going to look like for your high school team. You're hitting off setters that you're going to see for the next 5-6 months. So the off season itself, it's kind of split into 2 different ways. At least as a coach, I see it that way. My first portion is all club. We're doing private lessons. We're doing one-on-ones. It's a lot of very skill work, skill level work. And then the second portion is getting ready for high school season, teams rolling. You're kind of seeing what I'm going to look like in my high school program.
What a commitment,
Yeah.
For that these players are making to kind of represent their school, the community, and improve their craft. You mentioned this area has a lot of potential.
Yeah.
What in particular brought you to Garrett County?
So I coached with it's Danville Elite Volleyball Academy, which has been kind of remodeled. We ended up taking me and my assistant coach Sarah. We kind of took that over and then kind of rebranded it to now Bluegrass Blitz. But it is centralized in the Danville area. We had a coach that was a part of that was a part of this coaching staff here at Garrett. And, I had several of the Garrett girls, most of them graduated now, that were a part of my club team that season. And they were, spunky. I've told this story to a lot of our girls. I kind of talk about it at all of our parent meetings. But the first ever time I coached, I was nervous. I had done it. I'd played this my whole life. I'd been in gyms my whole life. But the first time I actually had to do it, I was kind of like petrified. I was like, oh, man, am I going to do this right? Am I going to say the wrong thing? Until so I was quiet. And then we had an athlete that graduated this past year, Jerica Mullins, here at Garrett. And she was on my club team, and she had actually walked up, threw a ball at the back of my head in the middle of practice, and she looked at me, and I was kind of like shell-shocked. I said, what are you doing? And she looked at me, she said, are you going to coach me or just stand there? And from that point forward, it's, I haven't looked back. So, I fell in love with this area. I fell in love, especially with Garrett County. Like, the athletes a part of this program, they're just different. Like, I can connect with them, bond with them so well, and they want it. They want it so bad. There's a lot of schools around us that they've kind of had that implementation, years prior. And so when I got here as an assistant, like, I saw the nature that they wanted it. They wanted it so bad. So any and every opportunity I had, like, I wanted to help them. I wanted to help them grow. And they wanted it just as bad as I did. And that's why, this off season has been huge for us. Like, they've all bought in. But
yeah. So you talked about nervous for your first practice.
Yeah.
Tomorrow kicks off the season.
Yeah.
So hey, how do you kind of feel in terms of showing up tomorrow, walking in that gym, the music's blaring, the video board's going, and you're going to be coaching your first high school varsity match?
I am thrilled. I have been dying for this moment for the past probably 2 months. I've been looking forward to it so much. We've played a lot of off-season tournaments. We've had obviously our 2 scrimmages, so I've kind of gotten those out of the way. First game jitters, I personally, I've never had that. I'm not, trying to be this egotistical person, but I've been very confident in the way that I can control my own self and emotions in terms of games like this. But yeah, for tomorrow, I'm just ready for it to get started. I wish it was right now. If I had it my way, we'd be playing, in the next 30 minutes.
So let's call Casey County.
Yeah, let's just have them come over right now. We'll start playing.
Well, with confidence, I always say when you prepare yourself successfully and you prepare well, you should be confident because the preparation is in place. So walk us through kind of what you've seen so far leading up to the season kind of kicking off in terms of the team.
Yeah. So I mentioned these off-season tournaments and our scrimmages. We one big thing that I focused on this year has been our offensive system. We've got a lot of pieces here, and especially one that we'll talk to later, but we have the pieces to run an offense that we have not ran here. Very high tempo. Zero tempo offense is crucial to success in, high level volleyball. If these girls want to get recruited, if you want to win against these teams that have been doing it for 4 or 5, even longer years, you have to run this offense. So first day in the gym, I told them, I was like, listen, if you are coming to this varsity group this year, if you want to try out, I don't care age level, experience, whatever it may be, if you can run my system, and, this is one obviously I can't take credit for. It's one that's across the board. Right. I've worked with a lot of college coaches in this area too that kind of gave me some pointers of how to really install it right away. I told them, I was like, listen, this is going to be our system and it's going to work. And so we found the girls. The girls, they bought into it. They want it just as bad as I do. When it doesn't look right, they know, and they'll look at me and be like, okay, what can I adjust? So they want it. They want it to succeed so bad. And I've seen it. These off-season tournaments, they kind of walked in with, those first game jitters, but then within 3-4 balls in play, we're smashing a ball. I believe we had one hit 10-foot line with the girl straight into her chest, and then everybody's looking at me like, wow, this actually works.
It's fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's an exciting version of the game. It's not one that's very methodical. You're not trying to out defense a team. Obviously there's still a lot of defense involved. You have to have the defense for this to work, but the offense controls your game at this point. So that's one thing. These off-season scrimmages have been crucial to see like it actually work.
Yeah, and there's a lot of excitement across the state with volleyball.
Yeah.
You being a volleyball junkie,
Yeah.
you've kind of seen. I mean, look at the success University of Kentucky has had. They had a national championship, played last year in the national championship game, and man, it's just a fun sport to watch, and I'm sure it's a fun sport to play and coach. Yeah, just that tempo and things like that as well. So, Coach, walk us through, just kind of let us know a little bit about who we've got here in terms of our players here today, and introduce the first one you want us to talk to.
Yeah, absolutely. So for the second one that we'll be speaking, it's Grace Lockard. She is one of my girls that I've had hands-on coaching with for now 4 years, counting club. She is a phenomenal athlete, very, very strong. There's been a lot of technique work for the entire time that I've coached her. And when I tell you, like, the jump that she has had from even just the end of last high school season to now, she has wanted it probably more than anyone I've worked with. I mean, she knew it was always there. There's been those glimpses here in and here out since like her sophomore year. And I mean, she's really pieced it together. When I talk about the girl that's putting a ball through someone's chest at the 10-foot line, I'm talking about Grace. I mean, she has exploded in her talent this offseason.
Oh, I love it.
She was huge for my national group this year. And then the first one who will be speaking, she's our captain of our varsity team. She shares that same competitive energy that I have. She's one that, the entire time I've been with Garrett, we have bonded as like that 1-2, like, how can I get better? How can you like help me make this team better? And it's just come together. She is the leader of this group in the biggest way, wants everybody to succeed, and not just herself. It's not an individual goal for her. Now individually she has, I mean, once again, exploded in her talent. Coming into this offseason, she knew. She was like, this is my offense. I'm ready to run it. Now I got to learn it. So she really has. She's stepped up in the biggest way, and I'm proud of the both of them.
I love it.
Yeah.
Coach, I love the energy you have. I can you speak with so much passion. And, man, I'm so thankful for you leading this program. Last thing I'm going to ask you before you jump off, you shared with us before we started, you used to be a broadcaster.
Yeah.
So are we making at least a passing grade here?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think better than I ever did. I covered a lot of sports across the area, and it was one of those things. It was like, it's trial and error. I was a sports journalist.
We know all about trial and error. So, Coach, appreciate you. Good luck this season. We'll be out to kind of cover a game. Okay, good deal. Thank you, Coach. Come on in here, Kendall. Doing great, Kendall. So now we are now joined by senior Kendall Quinn. So Kendall, how's things going for you?
Good, pretty good.
Yeah, good deal. So what has it been like starting school, being a senior, walking across those halls? Have you had a good start of the school year?
Yeah, it's definitely different getting to leave early and just
So when you say leave early, what does like explain to us what that means?
I have online classes, so I don't have to stay all day, and I get to leave at 12:20.
Yeah, so online means dual credit is what you're taking, right? And what that means is you're kind of dually enrolled in high school and college, so you're able to kind of take college classes while you're in high school.
Yes.
And I want to say this just for the people that are watching, the coolest thing about dual credit is the price. So these kids are able to take these classes for $297. And when they go to college, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than $297.
It's a good opportunity.
It's a
for
great opportunity. So we encourage all of our students to do that. Kendall, good job to kind of taking advantage of that here. So we have Nancy Holland watching. Nancy, appreciate you watching here in support of the Golden Line Sports Network. So Kendall, we're right here on the cusp of volleyball season starting. So what's it been like so far leading up to tomorrow's the start for the season?
Yeah, it's been great. Like Coach said earlier, we've had a lot more people involved, and you've seen a lot more of the want to play and want to be a part of it. And right now we're working on the connection that we need to have just the bond. And it's really important for us to have that family-like bond for our sport, just to play around and get to know each other and just have fun with each other. And
so Coach mentioned you're the captain. So I love the bond and the family and all that community that comes along with it. So as a captain, what are some things you do to kind of build that community within the team?
Constantly showing that we need to bring people together. If you see someone down, compliment them a little bit more, help them get up. Just like involve everyone in anything, trying to go out and do things and just have fun as a team and make practice not so serious, make it a little
Oh, yeah.
silly.
Well, I would tell you, and we say this, and honestly, we say it in jest sometimes, but it is the truth. I love what volleyball does, because if you were in the stands, you wouldn't know if the team won a point or lost a point, because everybody's clapping and getting in a huddle and
Always cheering.
Yeah, I told our principals and my district leadership team, I think we need to do that to each other every day,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
know, I mean, that's the sport I would love to play,
Yeah.
just because of that and things like that as well. So, how's mom and dad doing with
Doing
this
good.
starting with you starting to be a senior? Has there
Doing
been any
good. I
tears
think
shed
mom's
yet?
a little emotional, but I think dad's good.
Well, it is because you're the youngest, right?
I am.
Yeah, so that empty nest syndrome was about to kind of set in, and
Yeah.
no doubt about that. So, looking back, kind of your journey. How many years have you played for the?
I played since third grade.
Since third grade, my goodness. So, looking back, what are some of the greatest memories or fondest memories you have, kind of being a part of the Gary County High School volleyball program?
Yeah, I moved to Garrett in 7th grade, so just getting close to everyone. And you'll talk to Grace later, but me and her have been close since the start, since 7th grade, since I moved here. And just being able to have those bonds. I mean, you have everyone, like, once you graduate, you'll always get close to, like,
Oh,
one
yeah.
person. And I feel like every year I've got close to one senior, and now it's our turn. And it's just the bonds that you make and the friendships that last forever.
And they do last forever.
They
I
do.
mean, I'm an old man now, but I still talk to my high school football buddies.
Yeah.
And kind of keep up in contact and things like that as well. So, what are you mentioned you take some dual credit classes?
Mm-hmm.
What's been maybe a favorite class that we've had
Ever? I really like my nurse aid class.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have Miss Austin, Miss
I
Moberly,
had
or
Miss
Miss Smith?
Austin, yeah.
Miss Austin, okay. Yeah, I mean, what an unbelievable program that our students are able to kind of take advantage of that. So, forecasting this season, what are some expectations for this season?
A lot of wins.
A lot of wins.
A lot of wins.
Yeah.
Just a good bond again, like just being a team, being a family, and being close together with a lot of
Yeah.
wins.
Well, Kendall, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Keep smiling, and you keep cheering them on out there.
Thank
and
you.
let's win more points than we lose, but we'll do
Yeah.
it both ways, right?
Yeah.
Good deal. Thank you, Kendall.
Thank you.
All right, come on in. Grace, come on in here. All right, Grace, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. So, you heard Coach bragging on you, during our preview show. So he said you're like a striker. You like smashing the ball over the net, right? So you get a lot of satisfaction with that.
Very.
Yeah. So do you aim for the floor or you aim for a player? You can. I mean, it's just me and you talking.
Kind of both.
Whatever it takes to get the point, right? Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Grace.
Oh, okay. Well, I've started playing volleyball my 6th grade year,
Okay.
and I fell in love with it. ever
So you
since.
just played it every year, right?
Yeah.
So Coach talked about the progression that you've made. So what led to that progression? What is some things that you think, this big bump that you've had each year that you've played?
I don't know. I just want to win, and I feel like when I work harder, I progress more.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because hard work pays off, right? That's right. We always tell our staff, all we ask you to do is work hard enough to be successful and care enough about it. And if you do those two things, that more often than not, it's going to work out, right? So talk to us a little bit about kind of like a favorite class that you've had in high school.
Ooh, my honors English.
Honors English class.
With Miss West.
Miss West. Oh yeah, she's a really good teacher.
Yes,
Yeah.
loved her.
So what is something that we're thinking about? What are we plan on doing after high school?
I
Are
really
we thinking about playing volleyball?
Yeah, I
Yeah?
want to commit to a good school and then proceed and vet.
Okay, be a veterinarian. So there's the Murray State just opened up a program in the
yeah.
western part of the state. Most traditionally, historically, most of our students have went to like Auburn. And that, what draws you to want to be a veterinarian?
I love animals, and I've grew up with them like all my life.
Yeah.
And I
How many
just want-
animals you have at your house?
Oh goodness, too many to
Yeah.
count.
Cats, dogs, horses, what?
Horses,
Yeah.
cows, dogs, chickens, all
Oh
of
my
it.
goodness, you do, don't you? Well, I'm not a big animal fan, and I have 3 cats that live in the house. So you can see my wife is the boss, without a doubt, Grace. So looking back at our journey playing volleyball, what's been a memory that kind of sticks out?
I have to say, when I was on the high school team as my 8th grade year, and then like seeing all these big girls hitting all the balls
Oh, yeah.
as hard as they could, I was like, oh,
And now you're one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how's that? Think about that for a second. I mean, look at the progression that you've made, and you were as an 8th grader looking up to it. So what can you do to kind of help prepare the next generation of girls kind of growing up in this volleyball program?
I have to say, I've always had like a bad attitude, I guess, during volleyball. So I don't know. Fixing attitudes,
Yeah,
I guess.
fixing a good attitude.
Yeah.
I always say there's few things in this world you can control, but your attitude's one of them. So might as well have a good one, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I always get so mad at myself,
Oh.
and I'm just like,
Well,
just calm it down.
That's right. Calm it down. Play the next play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Play the next play. So what is some expectations that we have for this season?
I feel like we have to start off strong, especially going out and playing these big teams and stuff, and just play together as a team, and I feel like we can win.
Is there one particular game, and no one else is watching here, all right? Well, is there one game on our schedule that you've kind of got circled, and you're like, that's who I want to play?
Bull.
Oh, I like hearing that.
I want to beat them this
You
year.
want to beat Bull County.
We're
Yeah.
so close every year, and I feel like we can this year.
So looking at our district, is that the competition that you think we've got the win the district championship is
Yeah.
probably Bull County? Yeah, well, let's do it. That would be fun, right? No doubt about that. So Grace, appreciate you coming on. Good luck throughout this season. Enjoy your senior year, and if you become a veterinarian, good luck with that. Okay,
Thank you.
Good deal. Thank you, Grace. So folks, with that kind of wraps up our volleyball preview show. Appreciate Coach Moore and Kendall and Grace kind of joining us for volleyball. Always so impressed with our student athletes and the way that they represent our school, our community, our families, and just really excited about the volleyball season kicking off. It's a fun sport, no doubt about that, and go out. Check them out. I always say, that it's the one sport that we were talking about. It's hard to know if they get a point or if they lose a point because everybody's celebrating and clapping and getting in a huddle and feeling good about themselves.
Boland's a big fan now.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So, hey, what is Scott Boland not a fan of?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
He's a big
Yeah.
fan of what we're about to talk about, Jeff.
Yes,
and he's not
he
here
is.
today.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's a big fan of golf. So we've got our golf players out in the.
Are they out there?
Yeah, they're out in the hallway. We need to kind of motion
Let
them
me
to
go
come
get
in.
him. Here, I'll go get him. You just keep going, big
I'll
boy.
do that. So, again, appreciate our volleyball coach Moore and Grace and Kendall kind of coming in. We're excited that at halftime this year of our football games, we're going to be the halftime show is going to be sponsored by the Friends of Garrett County Schools, and so the Friends of Garrett County Schools and the Garrett County boys and girls golf teams are doing a closest to the pin contest. Before each Garrett County home football game on the Garrett Golf Simulator. First week's prize is $100 to the person that gets the closest to the pin. Clubs and balls will be provided,
Scott
and the
can't
winner
play.
announced at halftime.
Scott can't play.
So, Coach, have we got this where Scott Boland can't compete in this competition, right? Yeah, he's not allowed to play, is he?
Not allowed to play. No, that's
I mean-
that's a negative.
So I mean, we're talking golf here, and Scott's not here today.
A little disappointed in that, honestly. At the same time, I understand that.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Oh, yeah.
I understand that. So.
Wonder what what he told me was he was at home preparing for a good week for school this week. That he had to kind of get some plans in place from the DPP's role to make sure it's going to be a good week.
It's interesting that he would say that to you being his immediate supervisor. I'm glad to hear that.
That's what he told me. School comes first is what he told me.
That
School comes first.
School does come first. But yeah, no, that's true.
That's interesting.
I've got to finish my lesson plans for tomorrow. So, but hey, we're going to get it there.
We're going to get there. Hey, Billy Rigsby is watching. Billy, appreciate you watching and being a big supporter of the Golden Line Sports Network. I love you, brother. I hope you're feeling good and everything's going well. So, we're now joined by head coach of our boys golf, Nick Marcy. Nick, kind of tell us a little bit, the people that might not know you, a little bit of background, who you are. You grew up in Garrett County, kind of the path that you took to kind of be sitting in and joining us here today.
Well, I took an unconventional path, honestly. Honestly, I blame Scott Boland.
Well,
now
that's
you,
what
Dr.
I do.
Not,
we
you
do
too.
that a lot.
You too, Dr. Gresham.
Oh.
But no, I spent 16 and a half years in business. I basically got a business finance degree, and I've done a little bit of everything. Did a lot of operations, compliance, background positions, and did a lot of marketing and sales. To be honest, I don't think I was cut low enough for it. In the back of my mind, I had a couple professors tell me in school that I needed to switch to education. Had two convince me one semester. One of them was my golf coach's wife in college. So grew up in Garrett County in Lancaster, Kentucky. Parents were John and Karen Marcy. My dad's passed, but my mom's a retired teacher from Garrett County.
That Marcy name is pretty legendary in Garrett education.
Yeah, it is.
Really is.
It's hard. It's hard living in that
Oh, yeah?
shadow, to be honest. My grandfather was superintendent for 28 years.
I'm not going to be the superintendent for 28 years.
I don't know. He obviously had a few screws loose because I can't imagine doing that for 28 years.
I'm proud that I've survived almost a month and a half now.
Hey, right now you're rolling, so you just keep it going. But Granddad, I lived in his shadow my entire life, and honestly, I tried to get out of Lancaster. That was my thing. Not knowing how good it was. And then what happened to me was I had a decision to make, and it was whether try education. There was a position that came open, or it was continue to try to make it in the business world. And I called Scott Boland, and he said, "We need you right now, and I think we've got the perfect spot for you." And I said, all right, let's see what happens. So then I called, talked to him, talked to Michael Anderson, Coach Mark Centers. The funny thing is they said, hey, when can you come in? I said, interesting enough, I can come in right now. So they said, so I did. And at the time, Dr. Stoll, who was my high school principal, was superintendent. And he said, why don't we do this? And I said, hey, if y'all can help me, I'm willing to give it a go. And we had a couple conversations.
We did.
I thought, man, I don't know if I can do this or not. But everybody kept telling me it was in my blood, and it was interesting how it all worked out. I said, let's give this a go. And I really don't do anything halfway. I kind of jump in. That's just kind of the person I am. And fortunately, I got some really good kids to work with. That's something that we have at Garrett that a lot of people don't realize.
Yeah, we're blessed to have that. Absolutely.
And I also found out that teaching at Garrett did something for me that I didn't expect. It fulfilled something I was missing. What it was helping people who needed help, or trying to make people better.
Oh yeah.
For some reason that really meant something to me, and to this day means something. So I got emergency certified, finished my degree, and graduated in May.
Congratulations.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Now I'm fully certified, and took over as golf coach. And I told the boys, I said, hey, we're not going to be an L anymore. And they know this. The guys that are with me today will tell you the same thing. I'm kind of hard to deal with when I coach sometimes, because I kind of want it my way and my way only. And over the last 3 years almost now, this is my third season, I found I got to talk to different ones different ways.
Oh yeah.
A lot of it, believe it or not, comes from professional development trainings that we've done, and watching and listening. Something I found out in the business world, that if you ask the right questions, you'll get the answers you need. And if you listen, is the big deal.
That's the hard part.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, it really is.
It really is. But no, what really I got an opportunity that presented itself in a way that I didn't expect, and honestly, I've never looked back. I wish I'd have done it 15 years ago.
Well, we're blessed to have you part of our staff, Nick. You work so hard, and you that's exactly what you do. You support the kids to get better, and then you support those kids that need the support to be successful. So, one of the things that, and Scott and I've had this conversation many times. You love golf, and you love coaching golf.
Yeah.
You love coaching golf as much as any coach we have loving coaching the sport that they do. Yeah. So, what about golf? Does it that makes it to where you love coaching the game so much?
Well, basically, what it got down to me was I wasn't a really good athlete. I grew up in Garrett, and I was told my whole entire life that, hey, you're from Lancaster, you're from Garrett. And I said, what does that mean? I said, you're not going to make it. And I said, no, I don't really accept that. Golf is a game that's a team sport, but it's an individual sport. Mm-hmm. So what attracted me to golf was this. I could depend on me, but I could also play in a team aspect, which is what I try to tell the guys. Hey, I need you to hang in there. I need you to hang in there even if you had a bad hole. Because what it gets down to is if you can hang in there 1 or 2 strokes here, 1 or 2 strokes there, you can save the whole team, and we can still end up winning the match.
Oh, yeah.
Big thing was mental game, changing the mentality of kids and them seeing that, hey, if you make a couple of changes, this is why we're doing it, and this is why I want you to do this. Again, I'm really stubborn, and I wish I wasn't that way sometimes, but I've seen how golf can change people because, honestly, golf's like life. Mm-hmm. You can do everything right. Things still might not go your way. So I use it more as a tool to help people get to where they want to be than more about wins and losses.
Yeah.
Golf afforded me the ability to go to school on a scholarship. Golf afforded me the ability to do things that I wanted to do, to travel different places, to meet different people, to make contacts that you can't just meet.
So important, yeah.
So important. Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is I played at a couple different schools in college. I went through some injuries, but every one of the places I went, I was always told, hey, be yourself, mm-hmm. take care of the other person, be a good friend. It'll work out for you. And to this day, I've got, guys that I met that are still helping these guys.
Yeah, that's kind of a good rule to live by with some of those things, right, Coach?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, no doubt. So, we talked about volleyball, mm-hmm. kicks off tomorrow. Yeah. Well, golf, we've been competing.
We have been.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the sport that starts earlier than everybody else. Right? So we're 2 weeks in, or we're a week in?
We are, actually, we're about three and a half.
I mean, it's just crazy how early the golf season starts. So what have you seen so far in the early part of the season, Coach?
So what we've seen so far early this season is I tried something different, and I was told I was crazy. But it's fine. It worked out, and honestly, the dividends are paying out for it already this season. I told my boys, I said, we're going to Louisville for our first tournament. They didn't understand what that meant, and I said we're going to go play against some hard teams, and we're going to go play a course that I've never played. It was one of the only ones in Louisville I hadn't played, Lake Forest Country Club, which was designed by Arnold Palmer.
Huh?
He was all right.
Oh, he was all right.
So I mean, but he, I said, look, that's going to give me a baseline of where we are, and where I need to go this season, and it did, and it was basically like, if you all can handle this course, the rest of the season is going to be a little bit better. I didn't tell any of the guys what to expect. I just let them play, and I watched. Made a lot of notes mentally, and trying to see what we had, see what where I needed to start with them, where we needed to go. The big thing this year I'm trying to do everything as a team, but I'm also trying to do everything individual. We've got a couple of tools that we're using now within the school system. Parent Square, mm-hmm. obviously, is new. Of course, it bought Remind.
Right.
So Parent Square is allowing me to contact these kids and say, hey, I need you to send me this. And we've got a communication between each other. and they're saying, I need this. This is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm trying to do.
Just a good way to kind of continue to improve the craft.
And that way I can individualize kind of their instruction. Where they think they need help, where they don't need help, how they want me to coach them, how they don't want me to coach them. So really I'm taking a business tool and morphing it into an education.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. So last question here, Coach, before I'll let you introduce our first golf player. So what are some expectations do we have for the team that we're 3 weeks in and kind of as we continue to kind of finish up?
We're 3 weeks in. We've got probably three to four wins already this season.
All right, let's go.
We caught Bergen, Pulaski Southwest, we got them, and East Jessamine. And then we also got a couple coming up. Now, we play a tough team in Rockcastle on Tuesday at Rockcastle. We also play a tough team at Lincoln on Thursday. But we've got a revenge match against Danville, who beat us to start the season, and DCA barely, and we've got to come back and try to get them. So the expectations are, this is where we started. This is where I want us to go. What do you have to do to get us there?
Right.
Because I don't hit the shots, they do.
Right.
You know, so and that's the big thing is me trying to tell them, like, hey, believe in yourself. You know, this is what you're going to do. Control what you can control, and then I'll take care of everything else. You know, I'll take care of don't worry about all the this and that and everything. I try to make it to where they show up, they know how to warm up, they know how to stretch, they know how to get ready, and then it's, what do you need from me?
Yeah.
So put me in the position to where I can help you the best. And basically that's what's worked out. So I've got a couple of players with me. I've got 3 players with me today, and they're all examples of what we've tried to do in the last 3 years. And that's why I wanted all 3 to be with me today. I've got 2 seniors. One, this is his first year playing for me, and John K. I can't say his last name because I always say it wrong. It's John. Say it, John. Cryingbring. I'm one of these people who don't like to say last people names wrong. So I always refer to him as John K. I've got Asher No, and I've got Corbin Folger. So interesting enough, they're all multi-sport athletes. Okay, that's something that we do a little different here at Garrett, and we share.
Which is critical.
Yeah. A lot of schools don't believe in that. So I try to take what they've got from different sports and make them to what they need to be. John is probably the most polite kid you'll ever meet. Corbin will drive you nuts. He's that kid that is gonna literally test you every day. And Asher knows somewhere in the middle. Yeah. All right. So Asher knows it, and he's smiling right now because he knows. Because I'm very open with him, and I'm very upfront with him. There's a good chance that Asher's probably going to try to start something with another teammate before a game. That's what he likes to do. But no, just trying to work with them individually. Just make them better people. If they don't end up being college golfers, that's okay. But have something that they can do that can promote them in life and get them further in life is the big deal.
Oh, yeah, I love hearing that. Coach, who you want us to start with?
So first, let's start with John K.
All right,
he's one
John
of our
K.
newer players, and he's a good kid.
All right. So John K., how you doing, man?
Doing good. How about you, sir?
Doing well. We're doing well. Appreciate you joining us here. So Coach mentioned that this is your first year on the golf team.
Yes,
so have we been playing golf before, or did you just one day wake up and go, man, I want to play golf?
I kind of just woke up one day and I was like, I want to play golf.
So what led to that decision?
My brother plays a lot of golf,
Okay.
and he tried to get me into it, so I decided to get into it.
So you finally listened to your brother and spend a little time with your brother, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is something that you have fell in love with about playing golf this year?
I like how it's really chill. You can just sit back and kind of do your own thing, and it's calm. You don't have to worry about anyone being up in your ears telling you you're doing this wrong or that. You can just kind of play your own game.
Yeah, because golf etiquette, nobody can talk while you're swinging,
Yes,
or
sir.
and if you're on the basketball team shooting a free throw, everybody's yelling at you,
Oh, yeah.
right? So does that make it a little bit easier to kind of focus and things like that as well?
Yes, sir, because I definitely play better when I'm more calm and more quiet.
Oh yeah. So tell us a little bit about kind of who you are. So a student at Garrett County High School.
Yes, sir.
What are you a senior?
I'm a senior.
Senior. So what's been maybe a class at the high school that we've really enjoyed?
Well, personally, I'm actually online. I go through the GCLA program.
Okay, GCLA program. That's good. We love that. I mean, we love keeping our students enrolled, kind of being in GCLA. It's an online learning community, and then they're able to kind of participate in our athletic programs as well. What's been one of our favorite online classes?
One of my favorite online classes had to be English.
English.
Yes, sir.
So what made that your favorite class online?
I like learning better with because I growing up, I wasn't really good at writing paragraphs, sentences, all that going into elementary. So it's actually teach me how to make better at my grammar and stuff.
So when we graduate Garrett County High School, what is something what's our next step? What are our plans?
I want to go be an electrician.
Electrician.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, have you taken any classes at our ATC?
No, sir.
Yeah, GCLA can do half and half if you ever decide to kind of maybe want to kind of get in that. So, John K., appreciate you joining us here. Good luck.
Thank you,
and
sir.
keep enjoying it. As Scott always says, hit it straight, right?
Yes,
kind of
sir.
keeping the fairway, right? Good deal. Thank you, John K.
Thank you.
Next, we are joined by Corbin. Corbin, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Coach mentioned our multi-sport athletes. We're kind of talking to one of them right here, right?
Yep, we are.
Baseball and golf.
Yes, sir.
Right? So if we had a chance to pitcher now you didn't get to pitch a lot last year, right?
Yeah.
You're dealing with a little bit of an injury. Is pitching your favorite sport, favorite position in baseball?
It probably is, just because I can control the pace of the game.
So
I control the game.
So if you had a choice, you're on the mound. There's 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. You can get an out to win the game, or you're on the green and you have a chance to putt to win the match. So what are we choosing here?
Probably putt.
Yeah,
Putt to win the match, yeah.
So what's our favorite club in the bag?
Oh, gosh. Probably my 9-iron.
Your 9-iron?
That's a club that I can take, and I know I'm going to hit it well.
Yeah, pretty consistent with it?
Yeah, pretty consistent.
As I asked John K. earlier, what is something about golf that you just love playing golf?
The biggest thing with me is, I have to rely on myself. I don't have to rely on anybody else, especially in tournaments. I want to shoot good. Obviously, I want these guys to shoot even better than me. I want these guys to do better than me. But overall, it's a solo sport. I like to control what I can control. I like to control myself, and I don't have to worry about other people having to control other people or anything like that.
Yeah. So has the facilities at the Garrett County Athletic Complex is pretty nice.
Oh,
we
yeah.
have a golf simulator that's great. Now, between me and you, do you see Scott bowling out there a lot?
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Scott, what are you doing? Text me next time he's out there.
I got you.
I'll go out there and check on him. So what has that simulator done for the golf program?
Oh, it's done more than we could imagine. On days that we can't go out to the course and practice and it's raining and things like that, we can always rely on that simulator to go get in work. It gives us our numbers. It gives us our stats, like our yardages, our spin, everything like that we need to know. If you don't know how far you hit a club, then, you're in the dark.
It's pretty amazing to kind of give all that stuff, because then it allows you to kind of get some feedback and kind of figure out what you need to do to improve, right?
Exactly.
So Corbin, what are some plans that we have after high school?
After high school, I want to go to college to play golf. And then I'm not sure after that. Honestly, I'm stuck between a couple of things. But mostly right now, I just want to focus on getting as many scholarships as I can for golf and attending a college.
Kind of help pay for that. That gets pretty expensive, right? So what is, last question I have for you, what's an expectation you have for yourself for this golf season?
I want to grow, I want to grow as a person. Biggest thing with me is my mental game. At the start of the season, if your mental's not right in golf, you won't shoot good, and that was the thing with me. I went from shooting really good to my scores shot back up because I couldn't control my mind. But we had a guest speaker come in and talk to us, and she kind of opened my eyes to things like that, and my mental's gotten a lot better, and I've been shooting a lot better as well.
Such an important part of the game, right? Yeah. So Corbin, good luck this year. Nice
Thank
speaking
you.
to you, buddy.
It was nice speaking to you.
Good luck. Come on in, Asher. Asher, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, buddy, I'm doing very well. Can you believe Scott Boland isn't here when we're talking golf?
Yeah, I know.
How many times has he reached out to you or your family and said, hey, if you need some lessons, I'll take you to the simulator and get you in?
It's been a lot. I went and did a lesson with him last year, actually.
Yeah. So do you think he's doing that to help you or just for him to be on the simulator too?
I don't know. Hopefully to help me, but
Oh, my goodness. So, Asher, talk to us a little bit about kind of who you are, kind of give us a little bit about your background here.
I'm a student at Garrett County High School. I play 3 sports.
Multi-sport, yeah.
Yeah. I play golf a lot. I've kind of picked that up, and I play basketball and baseball. And
So what's your favorite sport to play?
I'm between basketball and golf. Golf's getting up there, though, because I really like it. It's just laid back, and you can go play with whoever.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just really fun.
Does your dad like playing golf?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He doesn't have a lot of time for it, but
can you beat him in golf?
He's probably got me right now, but hopefully I'll get him one day.
Does he tell you you're going to beat me one day, but I didn't today? Is that what he says?
Most of the time he's supporting me, but maybe he's just trying to be nice.
So when Coach was saying you're kind of the between Corbin and John Kay here, and so what do you think he was meaning by that?
I don't know. I mess with Corbin a lot. I like to get in his head. So.
Well, he was talking about the mental game he's got to keep working on.
Yeah.
So do you do that? I mean, between me and you, when y'all are out there playing golf and you're competing against another team, do you try to kind of get in their head as well?
I don't really try to get into their heads, but if I'm out there and I'm competing against one of my teammates, and I'll try to get in their head.
Yeah. It's kind of the fun part of the game,
yeah.
Right? I've always said I'm a pretty gracious loser, but, man, I'm a really bad winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked Corbin this while ago, and I meant to ask John Kay, what's your favorite club in the bag?
I've been probably the sand wedge. I've been hitting it really solid. I'm getting more touch with it every day that I play, and, yeah, it's a club I can rely on. If I need to hit a short shot or a 100-yard shot, that's usually what I'm going to hit.
So what's been the favorite course that we've played on?
Probably we played Woodford County last year, Woodford Country Club, and I really liked that course. It was pretty straightforward, and it kind of fit my game.
So after high school, what's a plan that we have?
I'm not sure yet. I'd like to play a sport in college, but I don't know if I want to yet. And if not, then I'll probably follow my dad's footsteps and go into business. And
it's worked out pretty well for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of keeping it in a family with some lineage there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Asher, good talking to you, man. Good
nice
luck.
Talking
okay.
To you too. Thank
good
you.
deal. Thank you. So that was Coach Nick Marcy and our boys golf team doing a great job representing our school, our community, and our parents. So excited to kind of see what everything can kind of come with our boys golf season. Now we're going to go over to our girls golf. And we're going to be joined first by head coach Sam Travis. So I'm not, I hate to take a shot at my guy Scott when he's not here, but, the typical thing is girls go first, like ladies first. So what does Scott do scheduling our ladies last? What's going on there, Coach?
I don't know. I think he saved the best.
Oh, there you go. I like that. So, Coach Travis, appreciate you joining us here. For those that don't know Sam Travis, kind of give us a little bit about a background of who Sam Travis is and what got him involved in wanting to be our girls golf coach.
Well, my girls. So, parent, always been active in the school system.
Very active.
Enjoy doing whatever I can to help our school system. And years ago, we had a need for a coach and nobody there to fill that role. So, talked a buddy of mine into it. We did it together for a little while, and then he got busy with other things and had to step down. So, I stepped in and became the head coach and been enjoying it for several years now.
So, Sam, what Sam just said, he's exactly right. He has, dedicated himself to being involved in school so much, whether it be site-based councils, whether it be search committees, whether it be coaching. Kind of what draws you to kind of want to be involved in like our community and our school system? Now, of course, our wife teaches down at Camp Dick. Yeah. Are you doing it because she's telling you?
No. I've always been involved in everything that I do. Like if it's church, I want to jump in and be completely involved. If it's sports or education, I just want to be involved, help where I can, do what I can. and especially if I feel or see a spot that needs filling, jump in there. And I enjoy doing it. I enjoy working with the girls. I enjoy seeing them learn and improve, and it keeps you out on the golf course. So that's always a plus as well.
I always said when I used to be a high school principal, and even when I was athletic director before, man, I'd always have a hard time believing we can't find people that want to be our golf coach. I mean, you're out on a golf course,
Yes,
no doubt about that. So we talked with Coach Marcy earlier. It has to be challenging because the golf season starts so early.
Yes.
Basically, when the dead period is over, you start playing it almost.
We're rolling.
Yeah, so walk us through kind of how tough that is to navigate, because the dead period is a 2-week period where you can't have any contact with your student athletes, but immediately after, golf season starts.
Yeah, it's extremely challenging because, one, recruiting, getting new students coming in, you're starting in the middle of the summer, and that's tough as well. We've kind of tried to address it by doing a lot more preseason opportunities and trying to get girls involved there. But it is challenging coming out of that dead season, not being able to communicate and kind of jumping in the season. And we're going 100 miles an hour.
Oh, you got
as soon
to.
as we start.
That's right. That's right. So what are some expectations that we have for the team and individuals this year, Coach?
Well, expectations, I want each of them to improve their own sport. Wherever they come into the season at, I'd like to see them make some progress, kind of pick out some areas that they need to work on and be able to see some success and growth in that by the end of the season.
So the last question I have before I let you introduce who you brought here, Coach, the golf simulator at the Garrett Athletic Complex. Has that been a pretty nice addition for the golf program?
Oh, it's been great. One, the most obvious thing, there's lots of times where we have weather that'll knock us out of practice. The simulator opens up a whole opportunity to continue on and not take a pause in practice. And then secondly, it's a great learning tool. You can see it on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly what you're doing and when you have improvement as well. So it's a great teaching
as an old
tool as well.
An old football coach, I used to tell the players all the time, the eye in the sky don't lie.
Yeah.
So when we've got it on film, you can't say you didn't do something because it's on film. It's the same thing with that golf simulator, with the numbers that it gives you. Coach, introduce who you brought here today with us.
So today we have both of our seniors on the team. We have Kylie Kobernick and Katie Sharp
Good
with
deal.
me today.
So which one do you want to start first?
We'll start with Kylie Kobernick.
Come on in here, Kylie. Were y'all over there paper, rock, scissors? Who gets to go first?
No, she just pointed at me. I always get put first.
Well, you should have pointed at her first. Was she a quicker pointer than you were?
It's just always, everyone always just points to me. I'll always be the guinea pig, I guess.
Well, that's my life too. There, no doubt about that. So tell us a little bit about who you are, kind of some of your background here.
So I've been golfing since I was a little kid. I had 2 older brothers who were on the golf team when they were in high school, so I go out and practice with them. And then I also am on the archery team.
Wow.
So I've been doing that since 4th grade. And so I get to be a senior on the team this year. And hopefully captain, maybe.
Oh, I like hearing that. So you talk about for golf or archery?
For archery.
Archery? Okay, good deal. So if you had a choice, I asked Corbin this earlier, if you had a multi-sport athlete here, if you had a chance, you're on the green, the putt to win the match, or you've got the last shot in archery, that if you hit the bullseye, your team wins. So if you were in either one of those situations, which one would you prefer?
I don't know, because at the same time, I want to have the putt for me and, to know that I'd be the one to win. But then also, too, I want to be there for my team and know that if I get it, then I can bring my team across the finish line. So it's kind of
celebrate
hard
with them, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to choose, but I'd say maybe archery.
Okay. So you mentioned you want to be a captain with that. So when I hear the word captain, what does that mean for you to be a captain of one of the teams?
Just to be a leader and to show everyone, how you're supposed to act and, just to be there for everyone and to know that, they'll listen to you and they have someone that they can trust.
So you mentioned you started playing golf because your brothers were playing. So looking back, what's been a memory that kind of stands out of being on the golf course?
Well, so I live on there, and I get to just hang out and see all the golfers that go up there because I also work at the golf course.
So
and
is that Peninsula? Is that kind of
yes,
okay?
Yeah.
Well, that's a beautiful course.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So you're always by the golf course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's some advantages and disadvantages, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So and that, I mean that's one of the. I mean I love. I mean that's such a beautiful area down there. So, what are some expectations you have for yourself this year?
I hope just to keep on improving. The last couple matches and tournaments that I've had personal records. And I've done pretty good. I've had some rough shots here and there, but then I'll always get the second one and I'll get it back on and just be happy and have fun with the girls that I'm playing with.
I mean, what we talked about earlier, golf is such a mental game. And you've got to, if you do hit a bad shot, you just got to race it and say, I'm going to hit a good shot the next shot, right? No. So what are some plans we have after high school?
I'm hoping to go possibly to EKU to get a teaching degree
in
family consumer sciences or maybe English.
Okay. So have you had a teacher along the way?
Yes.
That's kind of influenced you to maybe want to be a teacher?
Yes. My two FCS teachers, Ms. Bowman and Ms. Arnold.
Oh, yeah. They do a great job.
Oh, yeah.
So you go get a teaching degree and we'll hire you in a couple of years when you get done. Okay? Good deal. Good luck. Okay? Appreciate you having us on here. So come on in here, Katie. You're a pretty quick pointer, Katie, when I asked who was going first, right?
Yeah.
quick draw, right? So tell us a little bit about kind of who you are and a little bit of a background here.
Well, I've been playing golf for about 3 years. I got roped in it because of Kylie. They didn't have enough people, and I wasn't going to do it. And then my mom's like, you should really do it. And I was like, okay.
Okay. So are you and Kylie buddies?
Yeah, we work at the golf course together.
Oh, so did you live close to Peninsula as well? You got to drive a little bit?
Yeah, I got to drive a little bit.
It's not an easy drive, is it?
No. It's horrible
Does your mom and dad worry about you driving it sometimes?
No, because our road's just as bad.
You got plenty of practice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been playing for the last 3 years. So what's been something that you've enjoyed a lot more than what you thought you were going to enjoy it?
Honestly, meeting the people. I've met so many people that I've played with that I keep in contact now. And they're just really great to talk to.
And you'll have that for the rest of your life. I mean, the people you played with and competed with in classes with, you'll have those lifelong relationships kind of down the road. So what are some, what's your favorite, what's your favorite club in the bag? What if you had a choice to use any club, which one would you choose?
Well, I have a complicated relationship with all my clubs.
Is it a love-hate relationship?
For sure. One of the ones I like usually is my 5 hybrid. Me and that one go together pretty well. Yeah. Yeah, my wife tells me we got a relationship like that too sometimes, okay? I've just learned to say yes, ma'am. Yeah, no doubt about that. So what are some expectations you have for yourself for golf this year? Honestly, just to get better and not get any circle 8s. I mean, last year it was all circle 8s.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to get lower and lower.
Yeah.
I mean, I started parring some holes here lately.
Good job. Congratulations.
Just a goal to at least par.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do that, Katie. I mean, so yeah, I don't play golf.
Yeah.
So I meant to ask Kylie this. You all know Scott Boland, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is he on the golf simulator a lot?
Yep, all the time.
Scott, they are telling on you. We need to come up with some we need to use Parent Square, our communication device, and you need to text me or send me a message when he's out there. I need to make sure he's doing his job at work sometimes too, right?
I will.
So has he been out there to kind of help you guys on the golf simulator? And because I mean, he loves playing golf and he's really good at it. No doubt about that. Has that simulator helped you be a lot better playing golf?
I love and hate the simulator. I have a love-hate with everything with
I
golf.
see a theme.
Some days it's great, and other days it's, it's not good.
Yeah. That's the story of golf. I had a guy that was a really good basketball player in high school, and he said, I could go in the gym and I can almost tell you the percentage of shots I'm going to hit every single time. But it's not like that in golf.
No.
You know, one day I'm going to shoot it real well, and the next day I'm not. And I feel like I'm doing it the same way. So it's a really frustrating sport sometimes. So what are our plans after high school?
I plan on going to UK for an architectural engineering degree.
Okay. Now, have you been in the ATC with the CAD and the drafting program?
Yep.
Yeah.
Been here since freshman year.
Oh, yeah. Hated losing Mr. Taylor.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
Oh, yeah. He's such a great teacher, but we've got a great teacher that kind of moved in to kind of follow that. So, Katie, good. Appreciate meeting you. I mean, you've got a great personality.
Thank you.
And you tell me when Scott Boland's out there.
I'll
on
be.
that golf.
Don't worry. I'll tell you.
I appreciate that. Oh, folks, appreciate Coach Travis and our girls golf team kind of coming in and spending some time with us today. Appreciate all of our student athletes kind of coming in and doing this.
How much fun is that?
Oh, it always is a lot of fun, Jeff.
It is.
Yeah.
Always impressed by the coaches and the time and effort goes into spending time with these kids. But you can see why it's rewarding.
Oh, yeah.
You did.
And you know, without a doubt, you know, I think everybody knows this. These coaches are not doing it for monetary reasons. I mean, they're getting paid such a small stipend to spend all the hours that they're spending. Yeah, I had a football coach I knew of. His team ended up playing for a state championship. And 1 year, he just did it to figure out what the answer would be. But he tallied the time that he coached the whole year. And he ended up making 4 cents an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, so they're doing
Yeah.
it. These coaches are doing it because they love the game. They want to give back, and they want to have our student athletes have a great experience. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
And it was fun to touch base with some of the to do a show too.
Oh, I
and
agree.
be able to come in here and talk to
I
the
love
kids
giving a
and
voice to
coaches.
all of our student
Yeah,
athletes.
Yeah,
No doubt.
It was great.
And folks, we're going to be back together Friday night.
Go.
Oh my goodness, am I excited. So we're going to be making the short trip over to Stanford, playing in the Death Valley Bowl. Garrett County will be playing the first game at 6 o'clock versus Madison Southern, and we're going to be live.
Pre-game's what, 3 o'clock?
Hey, we can do it. Well, let me make sure I get out. Let me make sure I get out of the district.
Yeah, fair
early
enough.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, but we are excited. Yeah. We're
right.
excited. Appreciate all of our great sponsors.
Yep.
Incredibly excited about all of our sponsors kind of jumping on board and being a sponsor this year, and we appreciate all of their support. So, Jeff,
They keep creeping up the screen there, and I had to compress all the other information because the sponsor list was so impressive again. Just a great list, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, we really do.
Yep.
We really do. We have a lot of fun. We love having this platform to highlight the great things going on in Garrett County. And with that, we will see you Friday night in the Death Valley Bowl. God bless, and let's go Garrett County.